What's up, everybody? Play the Scholar Magic, and today we have another $85 challenge, and it's relevant too. We're sticking with the new meta, the new combos. Now, this card here, the Chrome Dome, I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a $30 card. It might already be. It might be like people, it's very competitive, as you would say. Has lots of combos. To basically creates like a redundancy of mana. Basically, the combo that that are getting turn 3 wins, and you'll see this in a recent Ash Lizzle video. She actually, took basically a net deck or a deck that had some recent success. It was very combo orientated, revolving around guac and marshmallow pizza, sewer valence cam, chrome dome, Mona Lisa, and redshift. So basically what happens is you'll have like for instance, a chrome dome on the battlefield. And what will happen is you'll create a copy of like a guac and marshmallow pizza. And basically you'd already probably have tapped one of these for mana. And what happens is you end up starting to go mana positive. After you make a copy, for instance, you can start going mana positive because you're basically pumping up this creature. You're making the copy of, say, for instance, a guac and marshmallow pizza, and then you are untapping the creature once the token enters the battlefield, and this has a higher power, and each time it will start to create more mana, but before you know it, you'll have more than the requisite of that 5, and like the Mona Lisa will be producing 7 mana, and then each time you are creating redundant copies, this thing is just going to scale up, keep on tapping, and make more mana, basically infinite loop of mana. Well, what can that do? Well, with a guac and marshmallow pizza, you could just make a body that could swing for lethal. Like just a huge body, right? You could do that at the very least. So that's definitely a consideration for this particular deck. And if you're not familiar with Aragorn, Aragorn is a creature that will actually make your creatures stronger, which is really nice. Each time you cast a green spell, target creature you control gets 4/4 until the end of turn. So Aragorn was already doing things like this. It was already like pumping up cards like Selvala, creating like a huge pile of power and mana. It was already doing this, and then it was just printed to an uncommon in Mona Lisa, which is amazing. And now you have this Chrome Dome here, and basically you can start paying into its ability, like with cards like Redshift. So these like work very nicely together, like Redshift and Chrome Dome, for instance. Also, Redshift could work very well with like an activated ability such as an Aggravated Assault, where Aggravated Assault you just tap into and tap all your creatures you control. So you have like a lot of these kind of effects that will just simply untap a target permanent. Mostly familiar with this game style to an extent. This one's an interesting one. Whenever you cast a spell, if at least 7 mana was spent to cast an untapped target creature, it gets 7/7 and gets trampled until end of turn. So what's some spells that will trigger that? Well, you have Galta and Maven here, and you also have like these big baddies like Galta. It's just like, and then you have a card like Mightform Harmonizer. So we have like a really good base, and we have like a very good, like, I think $85 challenge going here, where I think like this could probably quickly get out of hand if like we started to, for instance, add like Bloom Tenders. But I think at the very least we can get at least as like a Fanatic of Ronas. You'd be very heavy on like mana production because you have like this Jeskai Ascendency. It's just kind of in your best interest to make mana dorks. So, and basically untap like your creatures, right? These are creature untaps. So Fanatic should be very good. It's like a $6 card, so it's going to be going over. Selvala could also be creeping up there again, but I'm not sure how we're landing amongst these. Derevi might be quite a ticket too, but we're kind of staying, I think, mostly in the zone of our $85 challenge. We have to definitely consider our win conditions. I think trample will be also very important. Let's just go add creature though. Let's see what kind of creatures that we have cooking for this particular deck. So add creature. And like if you're not familiar with like our video style here, we do two videos. So we do a gameplay video where we build the deck and play a couple games, and then we'll do a paper deck tech later on. You comment on both of those videos to be eligible to win the deck. We'll spin a wheel for it. So make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these like cool decks. You know, I did pull a Chrome Dome, so I'm not too scared about, you know, if it goes over. You know, like we can make this work, and it seems fun. It seems fun for you all. So that's what we do, and we are growing very rapidly. We are getting out there into the world, let me tell you. So thank you so much again. If you're new to the channel, and for the friends that have always been here, thanks a lot. And this is kind of for you guys, right? You guys are still in on it and kind of, you know, still getting the giveaway and the benefits. So we're definitely going to be adding mana here. So let's, I mean, we could look through some of these. I'm not really sure we're going to be picking up any of these like white creatures, but we can just kind of see what's going on. Wish Enchanter is really nice, but, you know, kind of pricey probably. Omen Hawker is kind of interesting too for what we're doing with some of these things, but perhaps not good enough. Hydroelixir Specimen, Metamorph, Mockingbird is kind of interesting. Mockingbird is like a $5 card though, as I recall. FOMO, I don't think we're doing FOMO things. Ral is cool, Bergie is cool. These are all cool cards, but probably just don't really fit us. Pinnacle Monk is nice as well. Pinnacle Monk can kind of keep your combo going if you're like, you know, comboing off with instants or sorceries. So that could be a good choice for a creature. Probably a bargain. Clive is pretty cool too, you know. But we're not mostly red, right? So then I think you probably get up, like pick up a Pilgrim here. The Bird of Paradise is going to put us like at $10, you know, right off the rip. Same thing with Halfling, so we might like have to avoid those. Gilded Goose is kind of a bargain. It's not the worst, is it? Llanowar Elf is nice. Molt Tender. Don't know if we're going to be building the graveyard too much. Badger Mole Cub. Holy shnikes, Badger Mole Cub. The Scrap Gorger is kind of cool because it can hit graveyards. The rate is not like amazing, but it is a green spell, so it does like kind of bump our power. So it might just be the card, you know, it might just be the card. Ramble Familiar is pretty cool too. It's like a big mana sink. And once again, another green card, probably underrated. Esper Origins is cool, but don't think that's for us. The Caryatid is definitely up our alley, though, for sure. Cobra is a little pricey. Trepid Paleontologist. Paradise Druid. Sylvan Caryatid. Florahedron's kind of a bargain land. Kind of a option. Like maybe one of like the tap lands you might play. Twitching Dog kind of sounds fun to like create like a ton of bodies like with the, these are counters, right? Oh no, it's 2 till and down return. Okay. Not, oh, Gwenna might be like $3. So, but she's kind of fun how she kind of untaps herself. Outcaster Trailblazer is pretty nice too. Don't know how many 4 power creatures we're gonna have yet. There's Sylvala. Cabbage Merchant, Chocobo Daddy. I don't know if there's too much more to look at here, to be honest. Disciple is pretty nice though. Vivi, holy macaroni. You know, Vorinclex is like, let's check on Voice of Hunger. That could be like a win condition. Yo. This one says it's $5.99. Is that true? Yeah, the market price is $5.50. That's a pretty good deal, right? Hmm. I mean, it just kind of locks your opponents out, right? We might go for like overrun effects, so we might get like trample, put trample on our stuff. Kind of like maybe the cheap stuff, as you'd say. I do want trample. We'll definitely pick up a Ruby. She's nice. This is so interesting, like the Ansrag, because whenever it becomes blocked, untap each creature you control. So you could have like a phase where you're kind of popping, and then it's swinging with Ansrag, and you can maybe even pump it in and kind of have like, at least another combat step, and then maybe another tap step with all your creatures. So that might be a fun one. Kind of a bargain. I love Roshin. So sick. Roxanne is probably pretty good too for just, being Roxy. Good like removal. Which kind of gets in there. I think we're kind of like feeling like a Rhythm of the Wild angle here as well. To kind of get our stuff popping. Savage Venmon. Savage Venmon is pretty cool too, I'm not gonna lie. Just to attack to do that. This can pay into an aggravated assault. It actually like enables itself, which is kind of fun. How about the Raffin Leo? It's like more attack steps. I mean, that's kind of the way, like, Aragorn can get in with attacking, too. That could be, like, our other angle. Not sure how we're doing with price, but I know Catilda is a very good dork, too. Very good pickup for us. These are good, like, protection spells. Fabor Elder is very affordable. Very nice tap step for us, like a Bloom Tender for us. Kinnan is too expensive. How are we doing with the party planner? Balin is a good token enabler. These are always really solid, like the Helgas and stuff. Creature spells with mana 4 or greater. We can try a Helga. I don't think that's the worst. These are exhaust, so you can do them once. Kind of good for us still. Might be a good look for loot. I'm kind of excited about loot. He's like very cheap. Only like $1. I think we kind of did it. So what kind of spells do I like with this? I like big draw spells, like that are green. They're my favorite. So, the usual suspects are not creatures. Hold on. Rishkar's expertise is one that's very good. So this one is the draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. You may cast a spell with mana value 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. You have a 9-powered Aragorn. Now you draw 9 cards. Seems pretty good. Same with Season of Gathering, based on your power, right? Yeah, this is actually probably Aragorn. This combo might take Aragorn actually into more competitive play. Because they have access to all the untap effects, and there's like a variety of untap effects that are just very easily accessible. And then I guess you get the food chain squee line, and you kind of have like kind of a rounded out deck. because you have like a couple different angles to kind of go infinite with your mana base. So that's pretty cool. You probably want some sort of Last March is like probably out of reach because it's basically from a set that's very in demand. So all those cards are very inflated now. Like all the yeah, all these Lord of the Rings cards are very heavily inflated. So even the Last March events is like $30. So that's pretty insane, isn't it, guys? So that's definitely not a budget card, but it definitely would be good here. You know, if you definitely want to upgrade it, I mean, you'd probably consider the Last March for sure. All these are pretty much mostly very expensive. So, I mean, interaction-wise, Kogalas are very good. I mean, this one is especially good because it triggers Aragorn for some damage too. Minsk and Boo is a bomb. Like, even in this format, like, even though it's not a creature, and even though it's another mana, it's still really good. Like, and when you get to EDH, it's like the best Planeswalker. So he's super cheap. He's just like $2. So you're gonna definitely play test him even when he's nerfed and additional mana to play. He's just very good. Very good card. Draws cards as well for us. Sabsunin is also like very under the radar. You know, that's just also a very good bomb card. Bonnie Pal is also really strong. They just do very well. Okay, so now we have some trample to look into. And I think we're going to probably get through, like I said, our green stuff. And we're back to just regular, like Garrick's Uprising should be really nice for us. Oh, the Haired Heirloom is probably a couple dollars, but we definitely would splurge on a Haired Heirloom for this deck. Tifa is probably too expensive. Ascension is kind of fun, but a little pricey too. There's Garrick's Uprising. That's not bad at all. And Embercleave. And an Embercleave, please. Does this guy have trample too, right? It's kind of nice. The Serac. It's kind of fun. Has built-in trample. We'd love to see it. Any trampler can kind of figuratively win the game with our components put in, so that's kind of nice. You know, I've actually been kind of really kind of into the Vivian lately. She's super strong. She's a great planeswalker. Vivian Monsters Advocate is like very OP for creature decks. It's probably still like $5, maybe more. Okay, she's a great deal, guys. $2. Gonna love that card. Fantastic. Basically doubles up. Even like a Vorinclex is really nice too, guys. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're pretty happy. Now we just kind of add some like stapler removal, like, you know, Swords to Plowshares and stuff. Path. Bolt. Strict Serenade is not that bad right now. Wash Away. And then you can get like Dovin's Veto for like some LOLs. And this is basically uncounterable for non-creature spells. The spell can't be counter target non-creature spell. Very cool. And then do we get regular counter spell already? No, we need to pick that up. Probably get a prison effect too. Counter spell. You know what also is a really cool is Jawari. Yeah. You know, in this 4-color deck, maybe Lapse is better, like as a counter, just because it's hard to get double blue. But I was thinking, Angel Fire Ignition is super cool too. This card will give trample, and you have a flashback on it too. So yeah, it's pretty sick. Maybe even like a solve the equation, maybe some sort of tutor. Wash Away, Strict Serenade, Path. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe also a Unable to Scream would be cool. Okay, I think we start adding the lands now. Kind of see where we land. This is going to be kind of expensive, but most of the pain lands are bargains. Like they're so money. Our probably search lands will probably be very green. So like the Forest Plains Island sounds good. Forest Mountain Plains. These are fine. What is this? Island Swamp Mountain. Plains Island Swamp. Probably don't want anything with swamp. Swamp doesn't sound very good to search for. Might be like a terramorphic expanse type of thing. Mountain Forest. Swamp Plains Island. Island Swamp. Is there any of these get a forest? Let's see. Yeah, we'll take the Mountain Forest one. And because we're like a little life. Then we'll get to the Terramorphic Expanse and probably the Evolving Wilds. You know what though? The Escape Tunnel is like a strict upgrade on Evolving Wilds, isn't it? 4 colors, you might need to go like a little cray with your search lands. Command Tower. So some of the slow lands are expensive. These ones can be like $1.50, like the fast lands, and they're just all right. The slow lands are much superior, but they can also be a little bit more expensive. So what we'd probably want to do is add all the slow lands first, and then trim later, because some are more expensive than not. So these ones are much better. Tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. That way, because you can, plan out your lands in your hand. Whereas if it's 3 or less, you might draw that card later on in the game and not be able to play it untapped, which is a disaster. So this Spire Bluff Canal is $4 though for a fast land. It's not a good deal. So we're not going to get that. The 2 or a few other lands, yeah, that's the ones we're looking at. So these are the ones we're looking at. And you can get some of the scry lands too. You really don't want too many tap lands, so probably just really green is kind of important, like maybe perhaps like a green-white, green-blue, and like a green-red, and be pretty happy with all this. So we'll trim now, 5 from each. Okay, and 4 from each. And then we'll look at the more cool lands that we still have available. The multi-face land cards, such as like a Razorgrass Ambush, which is dirt cheap, Shelter. You want them to be untapped. Like the Witch Enchanter is probably too expensive. So there's that. Rivendell. Jawari. Jawari might be good in this deck, actually. Let's get a Jawari. I always say that. It's like a half-half card. Sometimes it gets you, sometimes it doesn't. Spikefield Hazard seems kind of nice, but probably not. Kazul's Fury kind of seems nice. That could like end the game. Basically sacrificing like your highest power creature to just, deal, 1,000,000 damage to somebody. I'm glad about this deck. This deck seems like very nice. Zinarkhan is probably a bargain. But no more tap lands allowed. So Bridgeworks Battle is really solid. And I think we're pretty happy here. So once again. All right, guys. So I expect this first look to be over 100 because of all the slow lands we added. So Aragorn is $5 by himself. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So it says 159 so far. So it's going to be mostly some of these lands. We're going to be like $7 or so. So we got to start there. Okay, Deserted Beach is $5, so we got to get rid of that. Dreamreal Cascade is only $1, so that's why we do this. There's some bargains in those slow lands too. Pretty good. Pretty good, Rockvale Vale. Okay, Stormcarved Coast has got to go for 4. Sundown Pass has to go for 7. Okay. Yeah, Aggravated Assault is 21. We can live without it. We'll be okay. Great card, huh? Well, you know what, though? That might just be the version, so hold on. Let's update to cheapest. Now let's see. Still? We had an extra Aragorn, too. So let's see here. Aggravated Assaults can go. Ishkar. Season of Gathering kind of got up there. Oh, you know what I forgot is Wild Speaker. Return of the Wild Speaker. That's an amazing card. Where did it go? Isn't instant speed Return of the Wild Speaker? That's crazy. That's crazy. This thing's instant speed, guys. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures control. 57 cents. That's crazy. All right, so we did get to 97. This is the first time off the rip where we kind of like encountered a little bit of action here, guys. And we still not have the Minsk and Boo put in. So something did it here. Something's Anzrag. Okay, I'm not totally convinced on it. It's $5. Chrome Dome is 71 cents. That might be a big stonky card. I think you kind of have to have the untap effect like this, like the Derevi. It's just too good. Simply too good. Fanatic, I could leave it. Take it or leave it, unfortunately. I think we have enough mana, dorks. So we're right there now at the precipice. Man, Chrome Dome, guys, this card might be the one to really just kind of buy out right now. And that's my helpful tip of the week for you. This card is going to be pretty good. You know, it's very good with these pizza, as you'd say. We'll definitely put in the pizza tutor for sure, because summoning up the pizza is very nice. So let's go to the pizza. So, Omni cheese pizza. Let's see what we got here. How many pizzas are there? Let's just type in food. Let's look at all the food. The food. In particular, I want like food itself. There's the green food. There he is. Courier of combustibles. When this creature enters, you may search your library for food. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. If you don't put a card into your hand, we'll say create food this token. So this can find our food. That's kind of nice. But I'd like to have like another good food card. You know, maybe another backup. So it's going to have food in its keyword. So there's the oatmeal pizza. Food golem. Nice. Yeah, I was thinking the heaped harvest would probably be a good food to find. Definitely doesn't hurt us. Just easy ramp too. Rocco. Oof. Go. Let's get a blue-white temple and... Oh, we already got one of them. See, that Quandrix campus is going to mess us up. Don't need that. Let's get a Temple of Mystery. Temple of Mystery, Temple of Enlightenment. Courier of Combustibles. Heaped Harvest. We're looking really spicy, guys. Really spicy here. What were the two cuts that we did? I think we cut some of the lands, right? It was probably more in the S and T's, I think. Probably one of these. Oh, the Dreamroot Cascade was good. It was the Is It one was pricey, and probably the beach. Probably what I'll do is just upload this one into the mocks. To the how much is Vornclux? $5? I think I'd rather have a Fanatic than a Vornclux. Okay. Export. And now we export, import. Thank you. It's gonna be over under here because it's like just a little. Don't think it's 100 cards, right? It's 98 cards. see, it should be. This is this one. Oh, because it says it's under 40. It's funny. All right. So 2 cards to add. I'm kind of unsure. Maybe it's going to be like this handling or some way to find like the pizza. Find the chrome dome. That's not very expensive. Reckless handling. And God, we're so close now. Yeah, they're really busted cards with Aragorn. Type in power. Power usually helps to kind of decide. It's always green. It's always, oh, Smuggler Surprise. Yeah, that's a kind of a fun one. Yeah, it's kind of pricey though too. Audacity's pretty cool. Kind of a bang for your buck, isn't it? Destiny Spinner is kind of busted, isn't it, too? I don't think it's very expensive, but just like turns off your counters for your opponent. It's like a cavern. All right, so this one's pretty fun, and I think we did like $90, so we didn't quite meet the challenge, but I think we did pretty good. Let's play it out. We can look at it post too to see if we can still get it like under that price tag if we need to. Hey, bye. This kind of sucks for us. I'm not gonna lie. But we love first. We love ramp. Is this gonna get me mountain forest plains? Okay. Here we go. Dude, there's no way, bro. All right, opponent. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, you know what it is? It's because they rage quitted. They saw Aragorn and they're like, nope. It happens. But I showed them freaking Broker's hideout and they left. Light Rook. I'm probably going to go first in most of these games because our deck is just kind of just a little dude, you know? These cards don't work exactly very well. Vadric's more like, please make just my power stronger. So I guess like that kind of works with Might Form, but you need like the payoff, like the big creature or non-creature spell, right? All right. Little ramp. Slow-ish start for our opponent. We'll go right into Aragorn. Literally Scrap Gorger, and then we'll see what happens. Swords is cool. Yeah, we'll go right into Aragorn for sure. So what opponent's doing here? Loot. Additional land? It's pretty good. Yums. Take that. Good for like crucible effects. So will they go right for their, commander here? That's a question. That's fine. Dude, they can't handle the Aragorn. I didn't read all of Aragorn. So 4-color commander. Whenever you cast a white spell, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a blue spell, scry 2. Whenever you cast a red spell, Aragorn deals 3 damage to target opponent. Whenever you cast a green spell, target creature gets 4/4 until end of turn. So all these like multicolored spells, this will hit like 3 of Aragorn's modes at once. So that's that. I know you guys love the winning. Let me know if you like winning. I know Lagfest and Vaughn like winning. Jared, we're winning. Yeah, I mean, what is this going to give me? Sure, I even have a command tower. Mountain, I guess. Command tower's busted. Any mana. Lord. I mean, that seems pretty sick. Huh. I think I have to block this. What? Need to draw some stuff, some gas. Mono black is super scary. I didn't expect a sword. Really didn't. Kind of go ham here. Nearly Alta Vision. What's this one? I think I swing in. Let him get a treasure here. They do not block. And I think we'd play this harmonizer. We can warp it. Okay, so I did mess up the ordering. Did I? No, we're good. We're good. Cool. Guess I was just flexing. No whammies? More swords. Dang, bro. They're dead. They're dead. So, what's the next turn look like? Is it like harmonizer? Probably just Galta here, right? Make this. This is just 1/1 for each permanent you control. Galta. Maybe make a huge Aragorn, I guess. Harmonizer is cool. Oh, yeah, like a harmonizer there can get really nasty. Because you think about it, it doubles the power of Aragorn. So if Aragorn goes to 9/9, you play the harmonizer. It's a 9/9, then you play a land, then it's 18/18. So that's pretty good. Our mana's been pretty good so far. I'm not really too fond of this one. Yeah. Need white. Better? It's good against Helga. So we'll find me blue or plains. Yeah, I want to get this one first. So, give me a plains, please. Then we can go Sanctum, Gorge. Have all the removal available. Don't really want to path them unless it's a really high impact target. Cobra's pretty good. I think I will slow them down with that. What's our follow-up though? Yeah, I can't let them have a Cobra. Absolutely not. I could discard my path, which would be a disaster. And I need red mana for sure. What do I want with that? Do I want the guac? No. Guess we have to say YOLO on this. And be mana efficient. What's good here? It's pretty good. The heirloom. These aren't good yet. This could get cards later. Yeah, of course. We have Aragorn next turn, so Aragorn mints is not the worst. So we're not in the worst spot. They're selecting Aragorn for some nastiness. Tapping does not serve them. Attacking in. Super sus, isn't it? Resolves. Swing. It's a mutate deck. That's cool. I get that. Goodbye, Boo. And Boo lives. Okay, they're gonna be mutated away. Boo, scary. I'm so sad. Each time they mutate, they get to bounce it too. Really awful result. So you lose my Path of Exile. It was a risk, but they don't mutate. Huh. Hmm. Modi, damn, you did it, Modi. So much mana. Ah, a dragon. Wow. So much gas. Okay. Alright. No swords? Blossoms? Mm. Ooh. Man, so much power. At least two. Hmm. That'd be most of my turn. I think I can kill them. They look kind of dead. Put everything into his boo. They still would not be dead though. For sure, right? Hmm. Man, almost got there, huh? Oh, man. So close to lethal. Brutal. Hmm. Trade-off. So I think we're a path away from victory there. I do like the reckless handling though. It just kind of sometimes happens, man. Could have been like maybe draw three with loot. I don't know. The loot was kind of expensive, but it is what it is. I love Ruby. I love this mana. I think we're great. All right, we'll do this. Will be the last one. This will be the one we post up. So pretty happy with how the deck turned out. I'm sure it kind of clocked in at about $100. Don't really think I would really remove anything at this point. I liked all the way the cards looked. You know, the Savage Vent Maw might be kind of less decent without the aggravated assault. That might have prevented my Aragorn, so that was probably a bad move, guys. I was kind of trying to be like kind of, what would you say, a little bit more fixated on saving myself some life. So that was a pretty scuffed. Now I don't have blue for the strict serenade either, so terrible. Really, really terrible stuff here. Not looking the best. And it's because like, oh, I'm like, saving life, but I really just need to get my colors down. So that's on me. Yeah, that's totally on me, guys. That's like the reverse psychologizing where you're like, oh, I'm being like responsible and I'm playing like a forest out. Oops. Because usually I would like not even focus on my mana. I'd be like, yeah, mindlessly just, and now I focus on it, and now it's I make the wrong play. Goodbye, Ruby. Oh, I'll say Ruby. Seems like a good idea. Oh, she dies anyways. Disaster. Draw a bunch of cards. Really can do like a lot here. Definitely have to kill that thing. Let's make a body. I can make Aragorn really strong, but will he live through next turn? I don't think so. So this is like a proliferate effect, huh? It's pretty good. Definitely should not have blighted Aragorn. Great henge. Okay, we kind of have some time. A moment. Let's go like this. So at least untap it. Um, Probably not the vent model. Very nice. Um, Unable to scream is really good here. I can keep kind of, you know, getting some mana, as you'd say, out of this exchange. I can kind of sift through my deck as well. Yeah, all this seems really good. I'll take all of these cards. Mm-hmm. Mona Lisa, eh? She could be really good. Yeah, kind of been lucky here. Very lucky so far. Rex Sage, that would probably be pretty nasty on my Jeskai Ascendency. Oh, on the enabled screen. No, maybe. You're about to have like an infinite mana glitch. I'll put it on this thing here. My token. This one? It's gonna die. I think that's it though, right? Aragorn! Okay, this is kind of when it's going to get a little bit fun here. So, I'm going to play out the mana dorks first and buff up this chick. She's going to get real good. No, I don't want you taking my white mana, you stupid game. No! Yes. Okay. I guess we Angel Fire. Just tap this homie for like some serious mana. And just get her, get Aragorn absolutely ripped. Could probably have tapped this for mana as well, just by the way. Just by the way. Oh, it's so good. Let's go with like the white mana again. Tap this for green. So good. Make Fanatic really strong. Make her really strong. I was probably putting her under the bus next turn and drawing a million cards, but guess this will actually be really good too. Your green mana. I can't take it anymore. Oh, oh, infinite mana glitch. Oh shit, brother. Let's go, bro. She's hot right now, so I'll put her as a thumbnail. It is kind of Aragorn's show, but when you have an infinite mana glitch, you have an infinite mana glitch. I mean, we could have drawn so many cards, and she would have made a lot of mana. And I think we were going to put, like, probably that Fanatic under the bus after it made a lot of mana. Played out some more green spells. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Dang, bro. That was sick. All right, friends, it's time for us to leave. Let's do our little bulk edit here. Gonna see where we landed. I think we definitely got an 100, under 100, which I'm so happy with. So it doesn't like these forests, really? It's kind of weird. Oh, it's because I uploaded it from Oxfield. See, it's 124 here. It's a duplicate Aragorn. And I'm not really sure what did it, guys. I'm going to be completely honest here. That bolt is not $4. There's just no way. Okay, 89. So we'll take that. We did it, guys. We did a sick freaking Aragorn deck. So would Chrome Dome be cool? It would be cool getting a hold of those artifacts for sure. So I think the reckless handling is kind of probably still worth to kind of like fetch up these kind of pieces if you need it. You might lose it, you might lose it, cruising for a lose it. But overall, I loved it. I loved it. I loved how these would have looked too. With like a Mona Lisa there, you could have, if we didn't have the Jeskai Ascendency, you get at least a big, at least a big tap effect, probably. Probably a pretty decent one, right? To keep your gas up. But the Jeskai Ascendency was like the best cards we saw today, for sure. So yeah, that was way worth the $1.66. A crazy card. All right, guys, peace out. I'll see y'all later. I'll see you soon for the paper deck tech version of this. We're gonna put this one together and be pretty happy about it. Bye bye.